Hello beautiful people, welcome back to my YouTube channel once again. If you are just stopping by for the first time, my name is Ifeoluwa. As a self-taught crocheter, I decided to do something for Val. I decided to go red. So this cute polo top that I'm putting on, this is what I'll be showing you in the video. I'll be teaching you how to make it. We are going to be making it from scratch. We are going to make it all together. Please note that all measurements in this video are just for me. They are my size because I am doing it for me. Feel free to alternate to suit your size. I am a size 14. If you are not a size 14, please get a tape rule. Either you're a size 14 or whatever size that you are, you need to get a tape rule and take the correct measurement for yourself so you're going to know what you are doing and then get the accurate measurement. And I hope you are going to try your hands on this at your leisure. So let's get right into the video. The first thing you want to do is to make a circle, leaving a bit of yarn behind. So you go into the circle and chain one into the circle. Gently pull the yarn you left behind to form a firm circle so it doesn't loosen up. Then you chain another one and then another one. You keep chaining and chaining until you get your desired length. So let's keep chaining and then we'll meet at the end by the time I get my desired length. I have measured myself earlier. The breadth that I want is 28 inches. So now I'm going to check if I have reached my goal, 28 inches. There you are. Now that I have my 28 inches, the next thing is to go to the first row. This is the foundation. The chain is the foundation. Now you can pause to see. You get one yarn and then go into the second O. Omit the first one. Go into the second O and pull it out. That's a double crochet. If you don't know what a double crochet is, you can check my first tutorial on earring. That's a double crochet. So you collapse into two. And then you collapse the two into one. That's what a double crochet is. So you go get a yarn, then you go into the hole and pull the yarn. That makes three. You collapse into two and then into one. So we keep doing this until we get to the end. Each and every hole, we do a double crochet into each and every hole until we get to the end, the last hole on the chain. So let's keep doing it. You can pause to check. I decided to make this slow so you can see. So you get another yarn and the next hole, and you keep going on and on until you get to the last hole on this row, and that makes our first row. Now let's do a quick check. This is what your project should look like. If it doesn't look like this, you have done something wrong. Go back and start again. Now I've gotten to the last hole now. The next thing to do is to chain one, and then turn to the other side to start a new row. For this style, omit the first hole and go into the second one. Make 3 double crochet. The double crochet with it, you make 3 double crochet into the same hole. Look at, that's one. You do the second one again into the same hole. Now I'm going for the second one in the same hole. You do 2, that's the second double crochet. And then the third. So you are doing 3 double crochet into one single hole now. The next thing to do is to omit the next two O's. Omit the next two O's and go into the third hole. Omit the first one after the 3 double crochet you did into one O. The next O, omit that. The second one, omit that, and go to the third one. We are still going to be making 3 double crochet into that hole, the third one, after you have omitted 2. So you make 3 double crochet into that hole. So the thing is, we are going to be omitting 2, and on the third one you do a 3 double crochet for this row. That's all we are going to be doing. Omit 2 O's, then go to the third one and do a 3 double crochet. So you keep repeating the process until you get to the end of the row. A quick check. This is what your project should look like now. At this second row, this is what your project should look like. If it doesn't look like this, something is wrong. So let's continue. Now that we have come to the end of the row, jump the last hole and then do a double crochet at the edge of the row, chain 1, then turn to start the third row. You jump 1 hole to create space for the next row. You'll see what I'm talking about now. Chain 1, then turn. So you see the hole you just jumped now will be your starting point for the third row. So the chain counts for 1 stitch. You know we are doing 3 double crochet into the holes. So the chain you chained before turning counts for 1 stitch. So you are going to do 2 more into that hole, making 3. I hope you get it. So you do 2 to join the chain that you have already. That makes it 3. Then now this is where it gets easier. You keep doing 3 double crochets into the holes we have created. You don't even need to count anymore. You don't need to count 2 holes to skip. So just keep doing 3 double crochet into the holes that we have created. It is lots easier now. So you do your 3 double crochet into the hole, then you jump to the next hole available, ignoring the 3 stitches in between, the 3 double crochet we are doing. I hope you get what I'm saying. Watch the video to understand better. Now we have gotten to the end of the third row. We chain 1 again and then do 2 double crochets into the hole that we omitted. Don't forget to omit in your last row. Don't forget to omit to create space for the next line. So we keep doing the same thing. You do 2 double crochet for the first hole because the stitch count as 1. That makes it 3 double crochet. And then we keep going into the holes to do 3 double crochet into each holes, omitting the 3 stitches in between. Just watch the video to understand better. So this is what we are going to be doing, adding new rows and then starting with 2 double crochet, then doing 3 double crochet into each holes until you get your desired length. This is my length now. This is what I have now. Don't forget to keep measuring until you get your desired length. So now we are going to be making double crochet round each hole. No omission now. Each hole is going to get a double crochet from the sides, the length and breadth. So we keep doing double crochet round each holes. So we are doing same double crochet for the side, so the 4 corners round. So you keep doing that until you get to where you started from, until the starting point. I have just finished doing the double crochet round the project, and this is what I have. Safe to say my back panel is all done. So I'll be folding this and then start the front panel. So the front panel is just, the starting is the same as we started the back panel, nothing different. So this is where it gets different. You see, when you go to the length at your bust area, when you get to the bust area, you are going to fold to get the center of your project. Look at what I'm doing. You fold into 2 to get the center. If you are not sure you have gotten the center, you can as well count your rows to be sure it's equal on both sides. So get your stitch markers. We will be using it now. Yes, put it at the middle of your project. After you've gotten your center, just put it there to make a mark. Then you're going to count 6 rows to the left, 6 holes, 6 holes to the left, put another stitch marker, and then 6 holes to the right, put another stitch marker. So starting from the right side, you continue your crocheting until you get to the first stitch marker on your left. Next, you chain 1 and turn round to start the next row. Chain 1, turn round to start the next row. And then you just continue, you keep going on that way until you have the same length. Don't forget to keep measuring and checking with the back panel. You don't want to have one side bigger than the other. So you keep checking with the back panel if it's accurate. So this is what I have now. So I'm going to be moving on to the next side, doing same on the next side, starting from the right. I'm going to be crocheting until I have same length as what I have on the other side to make it 2 equal sides. By now you should have U shape in the middle of your project now. The front panel should have a U shape now with 3 stitch markers looking at you. Just like the back panel, we are going to be doing double crochet round the project again, just like the back panel. So we are doing the sides until you get to your starting point, but now you are leaving that U shape alone. The next thing is to work our way into the U shape. Starting from this end, we are going to be doing double crochet until we get to the stitch marker on the side. You double crochet into each holes. Here we are. The next thing we are going to be doing now is do single crochet, not a double now. The single crochet. If you don't know what a single crochet is, you can go check my first video. It's just you getting to, you are not picking a yarn before going into the hole. That way you have just one stitch to collapse. You collapse that two into one, not you making three into two and three into one. Look at it again. You are going to do single crochet into the next two holes. When you get to that down part, when you get to the stitch markers, you do two single crochet. You won't be taking a yarn, and then you turn over to start your next row. So you keep going on like that. When you get to the stitch marker, you do two single crochets into the next two holes, and then you chain one, turn over, and then go to the next row, and like that until you get to the center stitch marker, the one at the middle, until you get there. Now this is what we have. This is the front and back panel now. So I'm going to be joining both front and back panel. You measure 6 inches on both sides, and then you secure with your stitch marker. Get your needle, thread, put your thread, and then join both sides, starting from your stitch marker to the end, and then the stitch marker on the right hand to the other end. That means you'll be leaving the middle space. You are not touching the middle for now. So this is what we have. At the end, you turn over, you turn it to the other side. So this is the back side, the inner side, and then you turn over. That makes it the front bit, the one that will be outside, the outside one. So this is what we have now. The next thing we're going to be doing is our collar. We're going to be doing the collar for our polo now. Mark out an inch at the middle, the V pass now. Mark out an inch on the sides, on the edge. You can actually count your rows to be sure they are accurate. So you're going to be doing double crochet now from the first marker to the second one. That's what we're going to be doing. We are doing the collar now. double crochet from starting from the first marker. Remember, we left an inch on both sides, so we are going to be doing double crochet from the first end to the second end. Here we are, the second marker. You chain one, then turn to start the next row. So you keep doing this until you get your desired row. In my own case, I did about 8 rows altogether. I did 8 rows for my collar. Let's move on to the sleeves. For these sleeves, the starting is the same. The only difference is the measurement. And I still went ahead to do my double crochet round the project. So for this one, you have to measure your shoulder to your underarm. Measure your shoulder to your underarm. Leave a bit of allowance so that you'll be able to raise your hand. So mine was 9 inches. So I made 18 inches for front and back. That's 9 inches times 2. So here I am joining both sides for the sleeves. I have already crocheted for both. I don't think I need to go through that process again. You can go to the beginning and see the way we started. It's still the same thing. So now that my sleeves are ready, I folded the main project to the top now, and I still measured 9 inches to create space for my armhole, the sleeves that I made. So to create space for where to join them to the clothes. So 9 inches, and I did that on the other side. Look at what we have. This is what we have now. See what I'm saying? So that you're able to lift your hand. So this is what we have, and these are the sleeves I made. So the next thing now is I'm going to be joining the sleeves. I'm going to be joining it round, and then our top is ready. So beautiful. And I hope you enjoyed this episode. Thanks for stopping by. See you next time.